All right, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome into Jammin' Sports on this Sunday. We have at least a triple header for you today, and we're going to be staying in the NFC for our first three games, the three games on the schedule here. We have our first two games are both big games in the NFC Central, as the first game is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. Both teams come in at 3-3. And when you look at these standings in the NFC Central right now, you've got Minnesota and Green Bay. They are both 4-2. Tampa Bay, Detroit, and Chicago are all 3-3, just one game back. It's a very tight division. Our second game has the Packers and the Bears, and so you can see why that would be a big game. The Packers at 4-2, the Bears at 3-3. And then we'll head out to the NFC West. It'll be the 49ers and the Saints. More on that game when we get there. I do know that I am up against the real NFL today, as the regular season, the first Sunday is going on right now. And let me just sum it up, what I think of that in 3 words, actually 4 words. I could care less. Really, I can't. I have made it known a long time. I've stopped watching the real NFL on a regular basis. I mean, I caught a little bit of the Philadelphia-Dallas game the other night, only because that game went late. Okay. And, you know, I can't watch the NFL. It's not the NFL I grew up with. It's too gimmicky now. It's too... Everybody has 18,000 different uniform combinations. The game's not what it was. The players aren't tough anymore. It's not the game I grew up with. However, with Madden, you can manipulate things to make the game more to your liking. And you can take away the gimmicks and all the stuff that takes away from the game, in my opinion, and get down to the core of it, which is football, which is what it's meant to be. So I'm going to get off my soapbox now. All right. If you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Braden has already given me his pick. He's taking the Lions in this one. Braden is 22-19. We'll get everybody else's pick once they come along, as we head out to Ford Field in Detroit for this one, the Bucs and the Lions here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. It's the Buccaneers and the Lions. And welcome in to another NFL broadcast here at Jammin' Sports. Evil Dead's got the Bucs in this one. Both teams are 3-3 in a very tight division. Vikings, Packers 4-2, Bears, Lions, and Bucs all 3-3. Every game right now in the NFC Central is a huge matchup, to include this one. And it looks like Detroit will get the opening kickoff. We're underway from the Motor City. From the 5-yard line on the return, this is Avery Grayson, and Grayson brings it out to the 26-yard line. And that's where Detroit will have it, 1st and 10. Evil Dead is now 56-42 on the season, by the way. Taylor Lane Dickerson, the starting quarterback for the Detroit Lions in his 9th year out of Wake Forest. He's really cleaned up his act. He hardly throws any picks anymore. He used to be an interception machine, and Evil Dead's t-shirt business just tanked. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Dickerson under center, 4 wide. Hands off to Carter Jamison, and Jamison out to the 31-yard line. A gain of 6, so it'll be 2nd and 4. On the tackle there, number 30, Jason Rose, the rookie out of Texas A&M. 2nd and 4 for the Lions, just underway from Ford Field. Four wide on 2nd and 4. Dickerson looking, throws deep downfield, and jump ball, and Dylan Neal can't come up with it. He should have caught that. Jason Rose there on the defense. It'll be 3rd and 4. What did I say? That's right. You're right. 57. I have a note here to update the card. 57 and 42. You're right. My bad. On 3rd and 4, a quick pass to Aaron's incomplete. It'll be 4th down. You're right, Evil Dad. I forgot to mark that down. You're right. So Detroit goes 3 and out on their opening drive. Jeremiah Restrepo back to punt. Not a problem, Evil Dad. Restrepo gets the punt away. And this will be fielded at the 23-yard line and brought back by number 83, Ivory Moore, out to the 27-yard line. Moore, the rookie out of Illinois. Starting quarterback, Jackson Dart, the second-year quarterback out of Ole Miss. There he is right there. Once again, the Bucs and the Lions are both 3 and 3. One game behind the Vikings and the Packers at 4 and 2. We'll see the Packers and the Bears up next. We'll be in Chicago for that one. 4 wide, 1st and 10. Dart in the shotgun. In motion is Mitchell. Dart throws outside, caught on the sideline. Making the catch, Ivory Moore out to the 34-yard line. A gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. Gets out of bounds, but the clock continues to run. Actually, he was tackled inbounds. On 2nd and 2 from their own 34-yard line, Dart under center. In motion is Lynch, the tight end. Dart to Mitchell. Andrew Mitchell to the 37. A gain of 3, and that'll be a Tampa Bay 1st down. For those that are new here, my divisions are set up pretty much like they used to be. I'm only using 30 of the 32 teams. The NFC Central's like it used to be for years. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Dart in the shotgun. Dart looking. Dart throws near side and incomplete. Looking for more. What I mean to say is, prior to 2002, the Bucs were in the NFC Central. From 1977 to 2002, Vikings, Packers, Bears, Lions, and Bucs are the NFC Central. 2nd and 10 from the 37-yard line. Dart in the shotgun. Dart looking, rolls out, and Dart, not much. Maybe a yard out to the 39-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 9. Cody Neal, the linebacker, on the tackle in his 12th year out of Oklahoma State. Well, the Lions went 3 and out. Are the Bucs? We'll find out. 3rd and 9. Dart in the shotgun. Dart looking, throws downfield and incomplete. Broken up by Johnny Keys, the safety, the rookie out of Ole Miss. Adam Welsh, the intended receiver. It'll be 4th and 9. Nice defensive play by Detroit. And just like the Lions, the Bucs go 3 and out. It'll be 4th and 9. Zach Murray back to punt. Murray gets the punt away. Fair caught at the 18-yard line by Dylan Neal. Neal in his 7th year out of VMI. So both teams have had it once. Both teams have gone 3 and out. And now Detroit will have it again. 1st and 10 from their own 18 as Dickerson is back out there. He's really come along the last couple of years. Lions made the playoffs last season as a wild card. Lost to the 49ers, though, in the wild card round. 1st and 10 from the 18. Dickerson in the shotgun. Aaron's in motion. Dickerson looking. Throws. And it's dropped by Jamison. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Detroit making the playoffs last season was their first playoff appearance since winning the Super Bowl several seasons ago. Super Bowl 29. 2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line. In the offset eye, Dickerson under center. Dickerson looking, throws, and incomplete. Looking for Aaron's along the sideline. Both teams, it looks like they have early game jitters here. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 18-yard line. Big third down for Detroit. 4 wide. Dickerson in the shotgun. 3rd and 10. Dickerson back. Dickerson throws, and it's caught. Kevin Aarons, the tight end, out to the 38-yard line, a gain of 20. First down, Lions. The third-year tight end out of UCLA. I got to share something with Evil Dead here. The other night, the Smith County game got suspended at halftime on Friday, and the Owls were leading. Smith County was leading 14-7 over Livingston Academy. At the half, I'll complete my story here in a second. 1st and 10 from the 38. Dickerson looking. Dickerson throws, and it's picked off. I spoke too soon. Hudson Graber picks it off for the Bucks. He's the 8th-year defensive back out of Michigan. Just when I'm singing the praises of Dickerson, he throws a pick. Finish my story. So they finished the game last night. It got suspended at halftime. Well, Livingston Academy came back to play Smith County last night to finish it up. Well, something must have happened in between, because Livingston Academy won the game 20-17. People that were there told me it was like night and day. 1st and 10 for the Bucks at the Detroit 45-yard line, coming off the pick. Chance for Tampa Bay to take advantage. Dart in the shotgun. 5 wide now. Dart looking. Throws downfield, and he overthrows everything. Suspended because of weather. We had major storms come through Friday night. It was just... They happened to be at halftime when they suspended it, and they just played the second half last night. I feel badly for Smith County. They had all the momentum going into the half, and then they lost it. Dart on 2nd and 10, out to the side there, caught by Desmond Woolfolk out to the 41-yard line. Yep, they sure did. And they smoked them 42-12. I found out from them that their bus didn't get home till 2 in the morning. The game ended at 11:30, and by the time they loaded up and everything. 3rd and 5. Dart in the shotgun, 4 wide. Dart looking. Dart throws and caught underneath by the tight end, Francis Evans. Down to the 30-yard line, a gain of 11. First down, Tampa Bay. Evans in his 6th year out of Ole Miss. They didn't get it till 2 in the morning. But at least it was a win. It must have been a nice bus ride then. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Dart in underneath, under center. Dart looking. Dart throws and caught again. This time by Kent Harris. Down to the 15-yard line, a 15-yard gain. The rookie tight end out of Texas A&M. At least it was a Friday night, Saturday morning. They do a coach's show on the internet at 8 in the morning, though. I'm sure there were some tired individuals. 1st and 10 for the 15-yard line, 4 wide. Dart in the shotgun. Dart looking. Dart steps up. He's going to take off, and Dart inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jackson Dart, a 15-yard touchdown run. And after going 3 and out on the opening drive, the Buccaneers march down the field here on their second possession and get a touchdown. They left the middle wide open, and the Bucs took advantage. And now Chris Shaw, the rookie out of Alabama, will come on for the extra point. Nice drive by Tampa Bay there. Shaw for the point after. Kick is up, and it's good. Bucs lead it 7-0. 3:29 left here in the first quarter. Live from Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan, Week 7. Here at Jammin' Sports, both teams at 3-3. We'll have the Packers and the Bears up next, and that'll be followed by the 49ers and the Saints. We're doing at least 3 tonight. We're not ruling out 4. We'll just have to wait and see when we get there. There's the kickoff. From the 3-yard line. On the return, Dylan Neal. And Neal brings it out to the 28-yard line. But I was really surprised by Gordonsville that they put such a butt whooping on the number 2 team in the state. At their place. 42-12. 1st and 10. Lions now. Dickerson under center from their own 28-yard line. Hands off to Carter Jameson, and Jameson to the 31. A gain of 3. On the tackle there, number 56, John Mobley, the former Bronco, in his 13th year out of Texas A&M. 2nd and 7 for the Lions at their own 31. Lions come out 4 wide. Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson draws back, throws, and caught by Neal out to the 31. Actually, it was dropped. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 7. I thought he caught it initially. 2:56 left here in the first quarter. Dickerson in the shotgun on 3rd down. Dickerson looking. Dickerson rolls out. In trouble. Throws outside. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down. Lions just looking off early here. They go 3 and out again. They went 3 and out, threw a pick, and now 3 and out. It'll be 4th and 7. Jeremiah Restrepo back to punt for Detroit with 2:50 still left in the first quarter. Of course he did. From the 21-yard line. I shouldn't laugh. But that's on par for the Jets. Ivory Moore on the return out to the 24-yard line. The Bucs will take over 1st and 10. Jets former quarterback comes back and smokes them. Unbelievable. He did next to nothing for the Jets. That's amazing. I haven't looked at any of the scores yet. I'm really not interested, to be honest with you. 1st and 10, 4 wide. Dart under center. Dart fakes the handoff. Looking, throws downfield, and it's tipped, broken up. Number 20, David Claxton, the 3rd-year safety out of Syracuse. It'll be 2nd and 10. I'll watch all the highlights later, but I really can't get into the real NFL anymore. I really can't. 2nd and 10 from the 24-yard line. Dart in the shotgun, 4 wide. Dart looking. Dart throws and caught by Mitchell out to the 38-yard line. A gain of 14 yards. Andrew Mitchell, the 3rd-year back out of Penn State. And Tampa Bay with another 1st down. 2:20 left in the first quarter. Bucs up 7-0 in a game where Detroit has not looked good so far. On 1st and 10, 4 wide. Dart under center. Dart to Mitchell, and Mitchell bouncing off Lions. A gain of 2, be 2nd and 8. You just like to ovate this. Just a second. Unbelievable. 2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line. The other night, I was watching the end of the Cowboy-Eagle game because it ran late. You know, they had a weather delay, so by the time I got done, I said, well, I'll watch the end. 2nd and 8 from the 40-yard line. Dart in the shotgun. Dart throws outside and caught on the sideline by Desmond Woolfolk out to the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, be 3rd and 3. And the thing that struck me the most, and this may be the military in me, but there's something to be said. Give me a second. 3rd and 3 from the 45-yard line. Dart in the shotgun, 4 wide. Welsh in motion. Big 3rd down here. Dart back, looking, throws, and caught. Making the catch. Desmond Woolfolk out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 12 and a Tampa Bay first down. Maybe it's the military in me, but one of the things that really struck me watching the end of that game was how unprofessional most of the players looked. I'll explain in a second. 1st and 10 from the 43. Dart under center. Lynch in motion. Dart to Mitchell. Mitchell to the 41. A gain of 2. Be 2nd and 8. The NFL used to have a uniform policy much stricter than it is now. And they just, for the most part, yeah, the spitting contest was fun. They just look sloppy. On 2nd and 8 from the 41-yard line. Moore in motion. Dart looking. Dart throws outside. Caught down the sideline by Desmond Woolfolk down to the 23-yard line. A gain of 18. First down, Tampa Bay. But the players, just the way they dress, it looks sloppy. And that's the end of the first quarter. And my soapbox. Bucks up 7-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. We start the second quarter. Exactly. That's a good point, Evil Dead. On 1st and 10, Dart takes off and slides down the 17-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 for Tampa Bay. You know, here on Madden 25, I try to clean up the uniforms as best I can. Some of them still have shirts that hang out and everything. But that's okay. I can live with that. On 2nd and 4, Dart in the shotgun. Dart looking. Dart throws and incomplete. He was looking for Ivory Moore down to the 17-yard line. Incomplete to bring up 3rd and 4 for Tampa Bay. But there is a correlation. If you look good, you tend to perform better. If you look professional, you tend to be more professional. 3rd and 4, Dart looking. Dart throws and caught underneath by Andrew Mitchell down to the 9-yard line. A gain of 8 to be 1st and goal. Mitchell, a pretty good receiver out of the backfield. 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Buccaneers already up 7-0. Evil Dead took the Bucks in this one. Braden took the Detroit. 1st and goal from the 9. Braden made his pick. I don't know if he's still here. Dart in the shotgun. Dart looking. Throws and, he had 2 receivers running the same route. Incomplete. That's never good. 2nd and goal. As the ball hits the turf. 6:53 left in the half. Bucks trying to make it a 2-score game. 2nd and goal from the Lions' 9-yard line. Dart under center this time. Everybody in tight. Dart, play action, rolls out. Dart in trouble. He's going to take a sack back at the 17-yard line. A loss of 8. On the sack is Farrell. The linebacker, Caden Farrell, in his 5th year out of Nevada. It'll be 3rd and goal back at the 17-yard line. Big sack. Four wide for the Bucks. Dart in the shotgun. 3rd and goal. Dart looking. Dart in trouble. He's going to take off and slides well shy of the first down. He only picks up 3 yards. It'll be 4th and goal from the 14. Well, that sack, you won't see this on the stats sheet, but that's a 4-point sack right there. If the Bucks just get a field goal out of this. Chris Shaw will come on. This will be a 31-yard attempt. Snap, kick is up, and kick is good. Bucks lead at 10-0. Live from Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. Week 7 here at Jammin' Sports. Almost forgot who it was. 5:57 left to play here in the first half. the first of at least 3 today. We've got the Packers and the Bears after this. We'll be in Soldier Field in Chicago for our next game. Another big game in the NFC Central. And then we'll have the 49ers and the Saints in the NFC West. Chris Shaw will kick off from the 4-yard line. On the return this time, Avery Grayson. And Grayson out to the 28-yard line. And that's where Detroit will take over with 5:53 left in the half. Down by 2 possessions. Dickerson comes back out to lead the offense for Detroit. On 1st and 10, Dickerson in the shotgun. 4 receivers set wide. Dickerson back. Steps up, throws outside, and throws it away. Carter Jamison was in the area. It'll be 2nd and 10. $5:49 left in the half. Who do they play in week 8? I'll let you know here in a second. On 2nd and 10, 4 wide. Dickerson in the shotgun. Aaron's in motion. Dickerson looking, rolls out. Dickerson throws back across, and oh my goodness, Aaron's dropped it. It'll be 3rd and 10. Next week, let's see here. I'm looking at the schedule. Where's Tampa? Tampa Bay will host the Redskins, and Detroit next week will play at Chicago. 3rd and 10, Dickerson, it's a blitz, gets it outside to Carter Jamison. Jamison makes his way out to the 34-yard line, but coming up to make the tackle, number 27, Donnie Gray, the rookie out of Arkansas, saving the first down. It'll be 4th and 3, a gain of 7. Lions at their own 34, they'll probably punt. Jeremiah Restrepo into punt again. Restrepo gets the punt away. And that'll be fair caught at the 19-yard line. Ivory Moore making the fair catch. And now Tampa Bay already up 10-0. Evil Dead's got to like this. He took the Bucks. And now Tampa Bay with a chance to make it a 3-score game here in the first half. We're still waiting for the Lions to show up. On 1st and 10, Dart in the shotgun. 4 receivers wide. Dart looking. Dart throws and caught. No, dropped. Adam Welsh dropped it, the former Bill, in his 11th year out of Ohio State. 10 years with Buffalo, now in his first year with Tampa Bay. 2nd and 10 from the 19-yard line. Bucks come out. Dart in the shotgun, 2nd and 10. Dart looking. Dart throws and caught. No, dropped again. Man, we have seen a lot of drops in this one. That time it was Kent Harris, the rookie tight end. 3rd and 10. It's a drop fest. Everyone's got fumbleitis. 3rd and 10 from the 19-yard line. Dart in the shotgun. 4 wide. Harris in motion. Dart looking. Throws. Caught this time by Welsh. Out to the 32. A gain of 13. First down, Tampa Bay. The veteran receiver catches that one. First down, Bucks. I had a good laugh this morning. I was reading an article, a late review on Madden 26, and it was not kind. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Welsh in motion. Dart looking. Dart throws and caught. Oh, look at this. He could go all the way. Desmond Woolfolk, touchdown. Tampa Bay, 68 yards. He just outran everybody. He found a seam down the middle and hit the afterburners. The 7th-year receiver out of Chattanooga, the former Eagle. He was on Philadelphia for 5 years, now in his 2nd year with Tampa Bay. And the Bucks go up 16-0. As Evil Dead pointed out, kapow. Bucks are on fire in this one. They've come to play. Detroit, they're still waking up. Chris Shaw for the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. Bucks lead at 17-0. Some nice camera work there, guys. 4:26 left here in the first half. We have Packers, Bears, 49ers, Saints all to come here this afternoon and this evening. Still afternoon in most places. It's still late afternoon here in Nashville. Mountain and western part of the nation. Out east, I think the sun's starting to set. Chris Shaw will kick off from the 7-yard line. On the return, this is Avery Grayson again. Grayson out to the 30-yard line. The fourth-year receiver out of New Mexico State out to the 30-yard line. First down, Detroit. Down 17-0. A 3-possession deficit for the Lions with 4:22 left to play here in the first half. Let's see if Dickerson and company can get something going. This has been an ugly game for Detroit so far. 36 yards of total offense. Dickerson under center. 1st and 10. He's got Aaron's in motion. His Evil Dead would say quality. And he gets sacked. A sack of 9 yards, so that's now 27 yards of total offense. The sack made by number 56, John Mobley, the former Bronco. Dickerson fumbled it, but brought in his own fumble. A loss of 9. It'll be 2nd and 19 back at the 20-yard line. The Bucks have dominated here in the first half. We still have about 4 minutes left until halftime. Yeah, if my math is right, that makes the total offense 27 yards. On 2nd and 19, Isaac Peak in motion. Dickerson throws and threw it at the feet of Philip White, the 3rd-year receiver out of Florida. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 19. I bet Evil Dead is going, man, I'm glad I took the Bucks in this one. 3rd and 19 from the 20-yard line. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson drops back. Dickerson looking. Rolls out and has to throw it away. He felt the pressure. "27 yards of total offense for Detroit so far. 4th and 19 from their own 20. They'll punt once again. Jeremiah Restrepo will come on. That's an understatement. Restrepo gets the punt away. This is the same team that shut out Green Bay 40-0 on opening day. Woolfolk makes the fair catch, and the Bucks will take over at their own 32-yard line. Was it 42? No, wait a minute. Let me look at that. I'm thinking of something else. 30-3. Detroit beat Green Bay opening day. I don't see that same Lions team out there. 1st and 10. Dart looking. Dart throws and incomplete. Kent Harris, the intended receiver, he took a pretty good shot there from number 25, Bryce Anderson, the defensive back. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 32-yard line. 3:36 left in the half. Bucks come out 4 wide. Dart in the shotgun. Up 17-0. In motion is Moore. Dart draws back, throws, and not sure who that was to. There were so many players there. Adam Welsh was the last one near it. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10. He threw that one into a crowd. Lucky it wasn't picked off. 3rd and 10 for the Bucks at their own 32-yard line. 4 wide. Dart in the shotgun. Dart looking. Dart in trouble. Dart's going to take off. Gets positive yardage. Out to the 36-yard line. A gain of 4. But that'll bring up 4th down. He got flushed out of the pocket. At least he didn't get sacked. It'll be 4th down. Detroit's going to get another shot to score before halftime. Zach Murray will come on. This will be Tampa Bay's first. No, they did punt on the first possession. Murray, in his 4th year out of Charleston State, gets the punt away. From the 17-yard line, on the return, Dylan Neal out to the 27. He checked in the other night, Evil Dead. He checked in on Wednesday, and he had knee surgery. Remember he talked about that? A couple months ago he said he had pending knee surgery. Yeah, he had been in the hospital. I think he had knee reconstruction or something. So he had been out of it for a while. 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Dickerson hands off to Carter Jamison all the way out to the 37-yard line. A gain of 10. Lions now at 37 yards of offense. On the tackle, number 57 for Tampa Bay. That's Jerome King, the linebacker. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning. Now, I don't know about him. 1st and 10. Dickerson throws and caught by Neal. And Dylan Neal out to the 49-yard line. A gain of 12. 1st down, Detroit. .212 and counting. I don't anticipate a big crowd today, being opening Sunday of the NFL. Dickerson on 1st down. Dickerson rolls out, throws deep downfield, and I'm not sure who that was to. Dylan Neal was down there, but that was way off target. It'll be 2nd and 10. That's the 2-minute warning. Ford Field in Detroit, Week 7 here at Jammin' Sports. That was to Davis. That was to Waldo in the front row. 2nd and 10. 5 receivers wide. Dickerson back. Dickerson throws near side and caught on the sideline by Isaac Peak, who picks up 6 out to the 46-yard line of Tampa Bay. It'll be 3rd and 4. 1:56 left. Clock will stop. He went out of bounds. 4 wide for the Lions. Dickerson in the shotgun on 3rd down. Aaron's in motion. Dickerson throws down the middle and caught by Neal down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 11. Another Lions 1st down. T.L. Dick looking confused. T-shirt sales may turn around. He's already thrown 1 today. First and 10 from the 35-yard line. I meant to finish my story about the article I read. Give me a second. 1st and 10 from the 35, 5 wide. Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson back. Dickerson throws. Gets it outside to Jamison. Out of bounds at the 31. In the article, they said the same thing I did. They said it was a step down, a major step down from 25. He also described it as a dumpster fire. And the best line in the whole article, I'll give you a second here. 2nd and 6, 5 wide. Dickerson in the gun. Dickerson looking. Dickerson throws and complete. The guy said the programmers treated the game like an Italian chef throwing spaghetti against the wall to see what sticks. I read that. I cracked up. 3rd and 6 from the 31-yard line. Dickerson to the shotgun. Dickerson back. Throws to Jamison down the sideline, and Carter Jamison down to the 25-yard line. He's going to be shy of the 1st down. They needed 5. He got 6. Or they needed 6. He got 5. Well, the Bucs took a timeout. They want to get the ball back. We saw the flaw there at the end last night. And now Drew Lyons will come on. This will be from 42. The kick is up. And it's good. Detroit finally gets on the board as Lyons connects on a 42-yard field goal. Yeah, there's some things that they need to address. To be honest with you, I think one of the biggest problems is having to turn around every year and crank out a new game. Now, I simply don't think there's enough time. There's the kickoff. I do have a solution. From the 8-yard line on the return is Ivory Moore out to the 27-yard line. Now, I know they don't want to lose out on the money that cranking out a new game every year is going to do. However, there is a way around it. They can skip several years if they go to a different model. And I'll explain in a second. What they should do is take the time out, take some time and revamp the foundation, revamp the game, the gameplay and everything. 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Dart looking. Dart throws near side. Caught down the sideline. And that's Harris down to the 41-yard line. But the thing is, though, you can still have a yearly update and still charge the same amount of money. And instead of having to reinvent the wheel every 12 months, you can steadily improve upon the foundation. It would take less time. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Dart looking. Dart takes off, and Dart to the 48-yard line. And I think it's going this direction anyway. I get the feeling that there's going to be a time where you won't be able to buy a CD copy of the game anymore. It'll all be digital. And so you can come out with a yearly update for like $60-65. On 2nd and 3 from the 48-yard line, Dart in the shotgun. Dart looking, throws, incomplete. There'll be less overhead because you won't have to have the materials to make a physical disc. Just make it all digital. I think it's a no-brainer, to be honest with you, and just have yearly updates, roster updates, and, game updates. You can tweak things. It'll be easier to fix. 3rd and 3, Dart looking. Dart throws near side and caught, but out of bounds. Ivory Moore caught it, but he was out of bounds. It'll be 4th down. The Bucs at their own 48-yard line. 8 seconds left. Yeah, 25 was a decent game. There's the punt by Zach Murray. That'll be out of bounds at the 17. 3 seconds left until halftime. Is 25 as good as 19? No, but it's close. There's a few things I would change. But by going to my model, it would give you more time. You'd have more resources. And Dickerson's going to take a knee and go to halftime. Halftime score, Tampa Bay 17, Detroit 3 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. We're getting set for the third quarter. The Bucs have totally dominated the first half. They lead Detroit 17-3. Both teams are 3-3 in the NFC Central. Jimmy Jam along with Evil Dead on your Sunday. Great to have you along. The first of 3 games. Restrepo will kick off for Detroit. The Bucs will get the ball first, up by 14 from the 4-yard line. On the return, Ivory Moore, and Moore brings it out to the 27-yard line. Jackson Dart, he had a very good first half. the second-year quarterback out of Ole Miss. In my NFL, he plays for the Bucks. I know in real life he's on the Giants. And he seems like a really decent guy. I hope that he gets a chance with the Giants to become a really good player. 1st and 10. Dart in the shotgun. Mitchell in motion. Dart looking. Dart, he gets in trouble and gets sacked. A 10-yard loss. Deshaun Marsh, the 5th-year defensive end out of LSU. And that'll bring up 2nd and 20. Well, Detroit comes out here in the second half. Their defense steps up. They're trying to get a stop on the opening series so they can get back in this game. They're down by 2 scores. Second and 20 for Tampa Bay, back at the 17-yard line. As we said at the top of the broadcast, a very important game for both teams. They're both one game out of first place in the division in the NFC Central. 4 wide, Dart back to throw. Throws outside and caught out to the 24-yard line, a gain of 7. On the catch there is Ivory Moore along the sideline. It'll be 3rd and 13. Five wide for Tampa Bay. Dart in the shotgun on 3rd and 13. Dart back. Dart looking. Dart. He's going to take off. And Dart, look at this. With his feet down to the 42-yard line. A gain of 18 yards for Dart and a first down for Tampa Bay. Evil Dead's really happy with his pick right now. 1st and 10, Tampa Bay from their own 42-yard line. Dart in the shotgun. Dart looking. Dart throws, caught, making the catch. Desmond Woolfolk out to the 49, a gain of 7. Make it a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. Misty's back. Hi, Misty. I like to say we were talking about you, but we weren't. But we're glad you're back. On 2nd and 2 from the 49, 4 wide. Dart in the shotgun. Dart throws outside and caught by Harris. The rookie tight end, Kent Harris, out to the 45. A gain of 6. And that'll be a Buccaneer first down in the Lions territory. I got to share something with you. I don't like to talk about religion on here much, but I got to share this. I'll tell you right after this. 1st and 10 from the 45. Everybody in tight. The handoff to Mitchell around the outside. Mitchell to the 41. There's a local church that Misty likes to go to, but they closed down the church for 2 months because the pastor's wife has broken her foot. So they're just going to shut down the church for 2 months because the pastor's wife broke her foot. 2nd and 6 from the 41-yard line. Yep. Dart in the shotgun. Dart looking. Dart rolls out. Throws back the other way and caught by Mitchell down to the 36-yard line. A gain of 5, and it'll bring up 3rd and 1. Evil Dead, you Tennessee folk are odd. Yeah. It's interesting around here sometimes. 3rd and 1 from the 36-yard line. Dart under center. Never a dull moment, though. Dart to Mitchell, and Mitchell to the 32, a gain of 4. First down, Bucks. Those lawnmower races yesterday, that was a waste of my time. I did get paid, but it was still a waste of my time. And Misty. Oh, yeah, we did get some good food while we were there. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. I can taunt him. Dart throws. Oh, that's funny. Caught by Francis Evans down to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Evans, the 6th-year tight end out of Ole Miss. They had concessions trucks there yesterday, and this guy had tacos that were the most amazing tacos I ever had in my life. 2nd and 5 from the 28-yard line. Dart back. Dart looking. Throws. and caught. And that's Kent Harris, the tight end, down to the 6-yard line. A gain of 22. First and goal. Tampa Bay at the Lions' 6-yard line. They wanted me to be there early so I can, entertain the crowd, which there really wasn't. So, like 3.5 hours, and then when the show actually started, it was over in 25 minutes. First and goal from the 6-yard line, 4 wide. Dart in the shotgun. Dart looking. Dart throws, caught underneath by Mitchell down to the 4-yard line. A gain of 2, be second and goal. My pinky hurts, be out until 2026. That's right. Eat that, Detroit. Viking Skywalker has joined us. We have 2 more, Viking. You missed out on this one, but I'm glad you're here. Second and goal from the 4. Dart drops it off to Mitchell. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And the Buccaneer onslaught continues. Yeah, your team is killing them. A 4-yard touchdown catch by Andrew Mitchell. Yeah, we had pizza. We had pizza for lunch, or just a little while ago. 23-3, the Buccaneers are up. We're still waiting for the Lions pretty much to show up. Good to have Viking Skywalker with us. We have the Packers and the Bears after this. Chris Shaw for the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. Buccaneers lead it 24-3. A 21-point, possession lead for Tampa Bay with 3:03 left here in the third quarter. They're booing in Detroit. I don't know if you can hear it in the background. Misty says she can. We have the Packers and the Bears and the 49ers and the Saints to come. Both teams are 3-3, 1 game out of first place. They're in their 70s, right? Yes. From the 5-yard line, on the return, Dylan Neal out over the 25, out to the 29-yard line. First down, Lions. Well, you can ask Misty. They look for excuses not to show up all the time. It's like, no church today, it's Mother's Day. No church today, it's Father's Day. No church today, it's Labor Day. That's what I was thinking. First and 10 from the 29-yard line. Taylor Lane Dickerson under center in the I formation. Dickerson looking, throws, and incomplete. Looking for Kevin Aarons down the sideline, and that'll bring up second and 10. 2:56 left here in the third quarter. The Bucs have looked impressive today. Lions, not so much. 4 wide on second and 10. Dickerson to the shotgun. Dickerson back, throws, and caught underneath by Isaac Peak. A gain of 8 to the 37-yard line. Be third and 2. Isaac Peak in this 4th year out of Montana. Clock continues to move. 2:35 and counting here in the third quarter. Dickerson under center on third down. Dickerson to Jamison, and Carter Jamison's going nowhere. A yard at best. Tackled by Jerome King, the second-year linebacker out of Duke. It'll be fourth down. At this point in the game, if you're Detroit, you kind of have to go for it. You're down 21 points late in the third quarter. You're at your own 38, but they'll probably go. No, they're going to punt. Jeremiah Restrepo back to punt. Gets the punt away. And fair caught at the 20-yard line by Ivy Moore. You're talking about that lady down in Miami? It was the Marlins and the Phillies. The guy caught the foul or the home run ball or wherever it was. I hope so. From what I understand, she's a school administrator somewhere. She did not represent well. Let's put it that way. I thought that was such, that's today in a nutshell. Let me tell you what, though. I give the father a lot of props. That could have escalated, and he did the right thing by de-escalating that. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Dart in the shotgun. Dart looking. Dart throws. Incomplete. And they ended up getting rewarded for not escalating that. He got free tickets to the World Series, and they gave him an RV. Did you hear about that? The guy from Camping World caught wind of that and said, you know what? You showed a lot of grace under fire, and he gave him an RV. Mitchell around the outside on 2nd and 10. Andrew Mitchell down to the 35-yard line, a gain of 15. Good for him is right. First down, Tampa Bay at their own 35, 135 and counting. But unfortunately, our society there's a lot of people in our society like that woman right now. Dart looking. Dart throws. Caught by Welsh out to the 42-yard line. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. Let me just say this. Tampa Bay's up 24-3. Let me just say this. That lady, it would not surprise me if she's a Democrat. I'm just saying. On 2nd and 3, Dart in the shotgun. Harris in motion. Dart throws outside. Caught by Harris out to the 45. A gain of about 2.5. It'll be 13 inches. And let me say this as delicately as I can. I think she likes the girls that wear the comfortable shoes. 13 inches from the 45-yard line. Dart under center. 4 wide. Dart looking. Dart rolls out. Dart got hit as he threw. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down. A rare stop for Detroit with 27 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. The Buccaneers will punt. Zach Murray will come on. You know the game's out of hand when we're talking about everything else. There's the punt. And it goes into the end zone. Touchback. Lions will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 20 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. They face an uphill battle here, down by 21 going into the 4th quarter. And as we've mentioned throughout, the Lions have just not played well today. You know, what goes around comes around. I'm a firm believer in karma. I really am. You're going to act like that way, there's going to be consequences. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Dickerson, play action, throws outside to Peak, turns upfield, and as he's making his cut, he steps on the sideline. No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. 15 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. What goes around comes around. If there's nothing in this life more true than that, it's what goes around comes around. Yeah, good for her. She brought it on herself. Dickerson to Jamison. And Jamison out to the 22-yard line, and that is the end of the 3rd quarter. Buccaneers up 24-3 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. We go to the 4th quarter. Bucks leading the Lions 24-3. Misty's happy. Her Buccaneers are winning. 3rd and 8. Detroit will have it at their own 22-yard line. I have one final thought on the asshat lady in Miami last night. There's the throw, and it's picked off. Coming back the other way for Tampa Bay, number 30, Jason Rose. That's Dickerson's 2nd pick thrown today. And the Buccaneers will take over. Here's my final thought. That was actually Friday night, wasn't it? I don't think it was last night. It was Friday night. But anyway, I hope it was worth it. All that for a baseball. Could have easily been avoided if you just let the kid have the baseball. You brought it on yourself. I have no empathy for you whatsoever. Over a baseball. You can go and get one for like $10 at your local sporting goods store. I hope you're happy. Why not just let the kid have the baseball? Well, that's the problem with the left right now. No one. That's a problem with society. No one wants to be held accountable for anything. Everybody wants carte blanche, but life doesn't work that way. Of course, she's trying to make herself out to be the victim. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Dart in the shotgun. Dart hands off to Mitchell. Mitchell to the 22-yard line, a gain of 3. It's all on video. She was nowhere near the ball when the guy got it. But, yeah, I know. I watched it. 2nd and 7 from the 22-yard line. Dart in the shotgun. Moore in motion. Dart looking, throws outside, caught by Mitchell out to the 22. No gain. It'll be 3rd and 7. Yeah. And her argument was, from what I understand, her argument was it was coming to her or something like that. I don't know. It's stupid. Over a baseball. 3rd and 7 from the 22-yard line. Dart under center. Dart rolls out. Dart looking, throws. And, you know, I was watching that this morning, and here was the thought I had. Had that been me, and I actually had caught the ball, if I was the woman, I'm saying, I probably would have handed it to the kid. It doesn't mean that much to me. But to a young child, it means a lot. 39-yard field goal attempt by Chris Shaw is up and good. And the Bucks go up by 24 now, 27-3. The Buccaneer onslaught continues. I mean, I've been to games like when Nashville had an arena league team. They were shooting, this was years ago, like in the late 90s. At the station, we had season tickets to the Nashville Cats because we actually covered their games. But I remember sitting in the crowd, and they had these, at halftime, they had the guys with the T-shirt guns. And I caught one, and there was a kid next to me. I caught it, and I just handed it to him. I was like, why did I want it? You know? I felt better giving it to him. From the 3-yard line, Dillon comes back out over the 25 out to the 30-yard line. Dickerson's had a rough day for Detroit. Taylor Lane Dickerson, 2 picks. Here's the first one, Hudson Graber. And the second one a moment ago by Jason Rose. That set up the Buccaneer field goal. Tampa Bay leads it by a score of 27-3 with 6:44 left here in the fourth quarter. Looks like the Bucs are going to be 4-3. The Lions are going to drop to 3-4. The best line I heard all day about this thing, I'll tell you here in a second. I cracked up. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Dickerson looking, throws, and caught. Making the catch, number 84, Jermaine Banks, out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 12. The best line, what was that couple that got caught on Kiss Cam that was having an affair? I forget their name, or I forget what company they were working for. But I heard a guy today say, I bet he's happy now he's not being talked about anymore. Dickerson on 1st and 10. Dickerson throws and caught by Phillip White down to the 38-yard line. A gain of 19, first down, Detroit. Under 6 minutes left to play. I laughed out loud when I heard that. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line, 5 wide. He's like, at least they're not talking about us anymore. Dickerson looking, throws, caught underneath by Peak. And Isaac Peak out to the 27. A gain of 11, another Lions first down. This is garbage time right here. The Tampa Bay defense is not playing as tight as they did earlier. 5.5 minutes left. 1st and 10. 4 wide. Dickerson under center. Dickerson fakes the handoff, rolls out, throws, and caught. Nope, dropped. Jermaine Banks couldn't hold on. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 27-yard line. 5:16 remaining. We'll have the Packers and the Bears after this, and we sincerely hope it's a better game. In the I formation, Dickerson under center. Dickerson looking, throws, caught down the sideline by Kevin Aarons, the tight end, for the touchdown, 27 yards. And that gives Detroit their first touchdown of the game, the third-year tight end out of UCLA. Detroit is going to lose now their 4th game in the last 5. It's now 27-9. They're down by, let's do the math, 18. They're going to go for 2 here. 2-point try to make it a 16-point game. Dickerson looking. Dickerson throws, and the 2-point try is caught by Philip White. It's now 27-11. It's a 2-score game now, a 16-point game. Philip White in his 3rd year out of Florida. 5:11 left. Detroit's got to get the ball back quickly if they're going to make a comeback. Now this is the franchise here, the Lions, who back in Sim Season 27 were down by 17 with 2.5 minutes to go against the Rams, and they scored 21 unanswered points in the last 2.5 minutes. But that was many seasons ago, and the players are all different. Dylan Lyons will kick off. They're going to kick it away. I'm shocked. All right, there's the kick from the 5-yard line. On the return, this is Woolfolk out to the 27-yard line. Desmond Woolfolk. So Jackson Dart and company will come back out. Bucks up by 16, 27-11. 5:07 left. All Tampa Bay really needs to do here is put together a couple of first downs. Everybody in tight. Dart under center, 1st and 10. Dart to Mitchell, right up the middle. Andrew Mitchell out to the 41-yard line. A gain of 14. First down, Bucks. Well, that's it. That was a statement right there. On 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Dart in the shotgun this time. Dart looking. Dart rolls out. He's going to take off. And Dart will slide at the 47, a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Clock is moving. 4:22 and counting. Bucks up 27-11. Eating up a lot of valuable time for Detroit. 4 wide. Dart under center. 2nd and 5. Dart to Mitchell. And Mitchell close to the marker. Gains 4 yards to the Lion 49-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd and 1. 4 minutes left. I haven't looked at the scoreboard at all today. 3rd and 1, 4 wide. Dart in the shotgun. Dart to Mitchell. First down, Tampa Bay. A 2-yard gain to the 47. And now they can eat up more time. .325 and counting. On 1st and 10, Dart to Mitchell again. Mitchell Makes his way down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. This is a solid game by Tampa Bay today. I am impressed. Now we're under 3 minutes. Buccaneers on the move here. 2nd and 3 from the Lion 40. Dart to Mitchell again. And we're getting a steady dose of Andrew Mitchell. Picks up a yard to the 39. It'll be 3rd and 2. Cody Neal, the linebacker, on the tackle. 3rd and 2 for Tampa Bay. Lions need to stop in the worst way here. 3 to the far side. Dart under center. As we hit the 2-minute warning. Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. Week 7 here at Jammin' Sports. Show 21 was a good version of the game. It really was. Mitchell, no, they fake it. Dart, he's not going to get the first down. He picks up a yard. Lions take a timeout. Dart gets to the 38. This would be a 55-yard field goal by Chris Shaw if they choose to do that. All right, from 55. Kick is up. And no good. He missed it to the left. Detroit will take over. I'm updating the standings already. It'll be 1st and 10 Lions at their own 45, down by 16 with 1:53 left. They have 2 timeouts. It's going to be tough for the Lions to make up this deficit. The odds are not in their favor, but they're going to try. 1st and 10. Dickerson looking, throws underneath. Caught by Isaac Peak down to the 49. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. And the clock is moving. I would have took a timeout there. They go to the no-huddle offense from the 49, 2nd and 4. Dickerson in the gun. Dickerson back. Dickerson throws near side. Caught by Kevin Aarons out to the 39. A gain of 10. First down Lions, but the clock is still ticking. But life came in the way. I can relate to that. 1st and 10, Dickerson in the shotgun. Dickerson back. Dickerson throws and caught by Aarons. 8 yards to the 32-yard line. Detroit finally takes a timeout with 58 seconds left. We have Green Bay at Chicago up next. We'll be in Soldier Field. I haven't checked the weather yet. Weather is actually going to be nice. Yay. We're not going to have a snow game in October, Misty. I'm sorry. 2nd and 2. 4 wide. Dickerson back. Dickerson throws and incomplete. Austin Schaefer broke up the pass intended for the tight end. Kevin Aarons incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 2. 55 seconds left. I mean, the next game is going to be overcast, but there's no rain. 3rd and 2 from the 32-yard line. Dickerson fakes the handoff. Dickerson looking. He's got all day. He throws deep downfield. Nearly got picked off for the 3rd time. As number 30, that's Jason Rose, nearly had his 2nd pick. They were looking for Dylan Neal, but it was underthrown. Be 4th and 2. They have to go for it. They're down by 16. Exactly. Yeah. We found that out when we tested it out. Dickerson throws and caught by White down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 7. "30 seconds left. You're not going to let Gracie live that down. Washing the remote. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Dickerson drops back. Dickerson throws down the middle. Caught. Touchdown. Philip White. All right, hold the phones. A 25-yard touchdown catch by Philip White. Detroit will go for 2 if they get this. It's a one-score game, and things will get interesting. It's now 27-17. Dickerson looking. 2-point try. Throws near side. It's caught by Kevin Aarons. It's now 27-19. It's an 8-point game. She does. 20 seconds left. The Lions have to get this onside kick. It's amazing Detroit is in this position as badly as they've played. But they scored 2 quick touchdowns late. Lions, stay in your lane. That's funny. It's all now down to the onside kick. Drew Lyons will tee it up. The rookie out of Virginia. If the Lions recover this, I don't know what I'm going to think. Here we go. Onside kick attempt. Nice bounce, but it's recovered by the Bucks. On the recovery, Antonio Richards, the rookie out of Illinois. Detroit, 1 timeout left. 2 more snaps, and this one's over. And the Buccaneers with a 27-19 win over the Lions here today. Tampa Bay goes to 4-3, and the Lions drop their 4th out of the last 5 games. They'll be 3-4. We have the 4-2 Packers and the 3-3 Bears up next. In the victory formation, Dart will take a knee. Lions will take their final timeout. Evil Dead is now 58-42. Evil Dead is 16 games over. Braden is now 22-20. Braden's been slipping. He gave me his pick earlier and then left. I like the Vikes, but they irritate me. Yeah, their cheerleaders do too. In the victory formation, Dart takes a knee. And that'll do it. Misty's happy. The Bucks win. Final seconds will tick away. Your final score: Tampa Bay 27, Detroit 19. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. Packers Bears up next. We'll see you then.